All right, we have the latest update on the San Francisco 49ers practice report. I guess some good news. 49ers wide receiver Ricky Pearsall has returned to practice today after he was held out of yesterday's practice with a knee. But as we did hear almost directly after, when media was able to speak to the players in the locker room, effectively said that Ricky himself said that he expects to return to practice and he expects to play this Sunday. So, what was an initial kind of scare, because again, we've gone through this so many times just this season, not including everything that has gone down around the San Francisco 49ers over the last couple of years. When you see a player like Ricky Pearsall pop up and not practice on a Wednesday practice with a knee injury that you weren't aware of, it obviously puts up a red flag while also triggering our injury PTSD. So I understand all the reactions that people had initially, but again, it was really good to hear that Ricky kind of cleared things up to kind of, ease some of that a little bit. And I know the other one that we've been waiting to see is Jauan Jennings. Jauan Jennings did not practice today for the second day in a row. So now he is officially in jeopardy of not playing in this game. That is coming up against the Jaguars. So we'll have to monitor what his participation is like on Friday. The thing that we'll be looking out for Jauan tomorrow is, does he turn in a limited participation? Because if he does, then there is a chance that he can play. But kind of like what we've been going on with, Brock Purdy and Mac Jones. Um, if Jauan isn't fully healthy, then maybe there isn't a need to push him into the lineup, because Demarcus Robinson was activated off not injured reserve, the suspension list today. So you get Demarcus Robinson back. He's obviously been practicing, started yesterday back at practice. So he could fill in that Jauan Jennings role. I mean, Kendrick Bourne filling in that Jauan Jennings role. So it hasn't been, you know, the most detrimental injury so far, because the 49ers have had Ricky Pearsall, and Ricky is just having a hell of a year, third in the NFL in receiving yards through 3 games. So the 49ers have been able to get by. They've been making it work with this patchwork group, and I think it's building a lot of confidence in fans that even amongst all this adversity, they're still finding a way to get it done. So whether Jauan Jennings plays or not, we'll wait and see if that is the case. But again, if he doesn't play, I'm not worried about it. I'm really not. So I would say if he's not 100% healthy, don't suit him up. I feel comfortable with the guys that you have, with Ricky Pearsall, with Demarcus Robinson, and with Kendrick Bourne, among others. So we'll see how it goes. Um, Obviously, we did hear Nick Bosa was placed on IR today. Unfortunate, but obviously not a surprise. And it does feel like, Brock Purdy, it's not even, newsworthy. He's practicing today. And we did hear earlier this morning from Ian Rappaport that there's a good chance that Brock will play. And again, I do believe that is the case. Brock's back this week against the Jags. So only going to miss 2 games, so far, knock on wood, early in the season. So we'll see. But from the videos that I've seen out of training camp, looks like his old self. I would say last week he didn't look like his old self. But John Lynch did go on KNBR this morning, talked about how they did work him out on Sunday. So I do think they really thought about starting Brock on Sunday, and then they're just like, you know what, we're just gonna run with Mac, not risk anything. And again, hindsight being what it is, seems like a great plan, because the 49ers got the win, and now gives Brock Purdy the opportunity to get healthy and be able to compete at the highest level, and that's what you want. So really curious to see how this one goes out. The experts, the NFL experts, have actually picked the Jaguars to beat the 49ers. So I'm very curious to see how this game goes. The last time the 49ers played, I think they beat the Jags 34-3 with Brock Purdy as the starting quarterback. So, yeah, I kind of like it. But again, I like that energy. I like that uh, people are still picking against us. I think they see all the injuries that are happening, obviously, with Nick Bosa. And I think there was already concerns about our depth. And so they're probably taking that and saying, well, see, look at the 49ers. They're going to come crashing down. They're going to be, they're going to come back to reality. But if the San Francisco 49ers, man, can go 4-0 with a short week, heading to Levi South to go face off against the Rams, they're in a good spot. They're in a really, really good spot. So I hope they can get the win. I really do. I think they can get the win. I think it's absolutely a range of outcome that can be done. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But Ricky Pearsall back, Demarcus Robinson back, no Jauan Jennings. Yetur Gross-Matos also returned today. He's been banged up throughout the whole season, including training camp. But I believe, was dealing with a knee. But he did return to practice today. So again, good news. Brock's back. These guys are back. Mac Jones is back. The boys are getting back. We did hear about Brandon Ayuk earlier today from John Lynch on KMBR. He did say it was like a good but bad update, I guess. He said that there has been no setbacks with Brandon Ayuk and his rehab, except he's not close. So, I guess I do appreciate the framing of it, I guess, because it does just, we all understand it was a severe injury and it'll take some time for him to get back. But, the hope is that, that is the truth. There is no setbacks and it's just taking longer, or taking about as long as, many thought it would take. So, I was hopeful that we might be able to get him back around week 5. But like we mentioned, maybe the best case scenario for him is to return against Tampa. But even then, not really sure if that will be the case at this point. So we will see. But hopefully George Kittle isn't too far out, maybe just a couple weeks. Get him back. And then the 49ers, quietly get healthy and keep it rolling. But you guys let me know what you think about these updates in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.